Hey everyone. So I thought I would do our latest vlog, get you caught up to date on everything, all the happenings of the layout. We'll go over everything that's been done and what's getting ready to happen, and that way you'll be all caught up and you'll know what's coming and whether you want to watch the next vlogs or not. There's a lot getting ready to change. So we'll start off with what has been done since the last one. And I do believe, I don't remember these being all done last time we did a vlog. I didn't review it before we did this one. But I have painted, this has been repainted from that dark gray to a light cream. It doesn't stand out too well right now on the background. But when we get that painted the light blue, everything will stand out really pretty. It's going to be a real pale light blue, like a horizon blue. And then we've got all the rest of the three of these painted, this one, and this one. And got all the tops done. So all I've got is a little bit of trim left to paint on those, and then start dealing with the window glazings and what I'm going to do with that. Now, big change here. You can see the blue is now in the background. We have our blue line, our elevated track line. I'll get a shot down here in a second, but you can see it goes all the way around and comes over here. And there's a new something, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, I'm going to pan down here and show you this. As you can tell, we no longer have the blue line right here. That was going, the big bridge that went all the way across right here. That's all of these sections right here. I've split it apart. We've made our curves, got all that done, and got all that filled in. I'll explain what's getting ready to happen here. This is going to be one of our biggest changes coming up over the next 30 days. But if you look here, you can see how nice that looks. Get the cord out of the way. With it going down there and the elevated track going back behind. You can see back here I still have the deck to make. This was the old one that I had made a long time ago when we first started building stuff. This is not going to work for the new one, but I've left it up there just so we get an idea. I'll get over there and get a little closer so you can see how that looks and everything with that. All right, so this is pretty much done, but I think it pretty well was the last time we did a vlog. We did dig out the air conditioners and got that part done. Well, not done, but I've got them in here. I've got another set of these right here. Going to get all the supports taken off, and we'll get that finished up, and then there's just a little bit of rail around there, and that'll be all wrapped up, except for the window glazings. We got our trains there. Down below, we still have the plans for making this the country running here. We'll have the mountains and things like that. And there'll be some bridges, rivers, all those kind of things down below. All right, so let's get over here and we'll talk about that. That's our newest station. It's a file we found online, adapted it to what we wanted to do. It looks a lot like the Walther's Union Station, but there's quite a few different things. I'm going to pause this so I can now get underneath. Okay, so I got a little closer here to it. We're going to have an interior in this and then window glazings and all the rest. You can see right here we've got the columns. Those go right here. We've got to get them painted. There'll be one between in front of each of those areas on both sides. We've got all those right down over here. Everything under there is done, all the supports. All that's left now is to start building the loading platforms and everything, the passenger platforms, and a wall back there with an elevator is going to come down from up above. Same thing's going to happen over here. We'll have the platforms, and then there'll be an elevator in the back there along with stairs. So that's these are the two biggest things. We're going to have another station going right here. That's coming pretty soon. We found I wanted to do the curve of like the Cincinnati station. Couldn't find anything except for Hall of Justice from the superhero franchise, not Marvel, but DC. We'll have to do some modifications to it to make it look like the Cincinnati, but that's going to go roughly right here with a bump out, and it'll be at track level. These obviously are above. So, all right, so now we're going to take a look at this. This is what I was talking about on the outside. This deck right here, I'll be replacing it with a double track deck. That'll be up top here with a handrail on each side. That will be on top of this whole thing. There's how it looks without it and what it looks like with it. So you can see that it just looks so much better having that on there versus having the track just flat right here. So I will be building this. I bought all the styrene I needed. It's right there. for making these the bridges up top, what do you want to call those, the deck bridges. That'll go all the way around here. Okay, so here's this side now. You can see the bridge that is off. It's just more open. So when I opened this up, it was kind of a catch-22 type of thing. It was one thing after another. So when I opened it up, I thought, well, that looks really nice. I get rid of that visual block, and it just looks so much better. So that kind of evolved. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this track off right here, and it's going to go straight back, and it's going to come back here, and we're going to have a level for its own right here above the lower level where the yards are. There'll be some staging back there, and there'll be some scenery and things like that. This right here, this whole center section right here is going to be coming out. We're going to be taking these tracks right here, and we're going to take them and straighten them, and they're going to curve out a little bit, and this door is going to come out. And we're going to put a tension rod across with a curtain over the door, and this way I can take the tracks straight, right over, and then curve them right into the yards. Same thing will happen here. I'm going to cut the rock back right here. We're going to straighten these tracks, dip them in a little bit, curve them around, bring them into the yards. I'm going to take this door off right here, tension rod there, and a curtain right there. There's really nothing in that closet, but if we want to get anything or put anything in there, we'll be able to do it. We'll have these sections over here where we can pull these out. This is a door that goes out to our upper deck. I've maybe had it open 6 times in 20 years. So, but I am going to have it to where if there's an emergency, since this is the 2nd floor, we'll be able to get out with just a drop down section here for the tracks going across. So we just pull it out and go if we need to. Then over here, we're going to have our display case to the floor. And we'll have, at this level right here across on the wall, will be our yards and diesel service facilities. With this door out of the way, we've got a lot of room. And then above it, the height of this, from the height of that, will be another shelf right there. And that will be the upper staging. We'll probably do a couple of tracks right there. And then I'll have backgrounds and everything. And that's where the skid row is going to move, is going to be the lower level, probably in front of the yards. So it'll be make some nice scenes with the camera, seeing them, you know, trains moving behind the yards into the yards behind the old buildings and stuff. So that's all going to be coming up here. We're going to start building that towards the end of the month, end of August. So then that way we can just have 2 huge loops, do a little scenery over here, and it'll make for longer trains that we can run. Plus, we can just run a train in, run it out over there, pull it into a siding, and run another one right out so that we have constantly different trains moving about instead of only relying on the 3 that we have right here staged. So that's where we are. This was supposed to be a huge building right here back behind, but because we decided to put a big station here behind the elevated track, we're going to do 2 more skyscrapers. There'll be corporate offices for the railroads. They'll go up to the ceiling, get rid of this right here, it'll all go up. I have all my new lighting in, my LEDs are in, we'll get those installed. Back in the corner, we're going to have our Broadway. We're going to do another one of these roads going across between right here. And Broadway will go back in here, and then we'll have some skyscrapers going up on either side, along with those little LCD screens for the advertisements, for like, you know, product advertisement and things. So that's where we're at. So, I did get some new trees. This is from JTT. We have a review of these coming out pretty soon. Really good looking trees. You've got to add a little bit to them to make them look really, really sharp. But as you can see, that's a really nice looking cluster. I don't want that many together, so you can see where they are like individually. But we do have some material that makes them, you can add a lot to it and add more branches and things. You just glue it together. So I'm going to be working on those trees, and we're going to fill this whole area. This is all going to be park right here in front of the elevated above the lower lines. So this is all going to be park space. So that's all coming. So there we are. So that's where we're at this stage. So if you've liked this, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notifications so you don't miss the other updates that we've got coming. And that should do it for this one. So bye-bye to this here fairly soon, and you'll see all the new stuff coming. Again, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.